Hey everyone, I'm meteorologist Keith Carson. I'm going to walk you through what we have a pretty complicated storm system coming in tomorrow night and into Wednesday. A lot of hazards here. Just look at our watches and advisories. This is about as much as you're going to get on a board at one given time. We've got a winter storm watch into the mountains and foothills. We've got a high wind watch, which actually goes into down east Maine, the mid coast and southern coastal Maine underneath all of this. A flood watch, and then a coastal flood watch for the possibility of some storm surge here. This is all from that one storm system, so we're going to kind of go through each of these hazards one at a time. I do want to point out, as I mentioned, even though you didn't see the wind watch down into the mid-coast and southern coastal Maine, it's underneath there. So it includes down east Maine up to Bangor. Augusta is included as well, and then Portland all the way down into Kittery and Portsmouth, New Hampshire, all part of that high wind watch that will be in effect through Tuesday night into Wednesday. So this storm system is a lot different than the one we just dealt with on Sunday. It's actually a bigger, more powerful storm system. You can already see it kind of spinning across the middle part of the country. The issue here, though, is that this will be an inside runner. So the low will be to our west, which means that we're going to be changing precipitation types. So here we are on Tuesday night into Wednesday. You can see initially there's cold air in place, so we start as snow, but the low is way back here, and you're almost never going to get a low that far west and be able to stay all snow. You'd need a really truly Arctic air mass ahead of time, and we don't have that. So eventually, as that low pulls into Canada, all that warm air comes in off the ocean on a southeast flow, and we change over to rain. That in and of itself isn't an issue, but we've got snow on the ground right now. We're going to rain on top of it, and we're going to see strong winds. So all of this will be a factor Tuesday night and into Wednesday. It's worth noting that during the day on Tuesday, there's really nothing going on. It's just going to be clouding up from southwest to northeast. Note temperatures are a bit on the cool side initially, upper 20s to around 30 degrees. So I think when this storm moves in, which will be around 7 to 9 o'clock over southern and western Maine, we should start as snow. This model has rain along the coastline initially. I don't think that's accurate. I think it will actually start as snow all the way to the coast, but we quickly flip over along the immediate coastline over southern Maine and into the mid-coast. And through the evening on Tuesday, that southeast flow will be trying to warm us up at the low levels. But you can see the mountains, it's going to be stubborn there, staying a heavy wet snow through most of this event. Meanwhile, by 2 a.m. here on Wednesday morning, we've changed over squarely to rain in Portland, Sanford, Wiscasset, Lewiston, and probably just about to change over in Augusta, and it's just pouring rain during this time period. So you get the combination of the heavy rain and the snow melt. And remember, snow is liquid originally, right? So it turns back to that form. We melt another inch, inch and a half, and that adds to the flooding concerns that we're going to have here through Wednesday morning. By Wednesday early morning, it's snow only in the mountains in northern Maine. Even they may end as a little bit of light rain. Everybody else is raining through Wednesday morning. And then we do clear the storm out Wednesday afternoon. It's a relatively quick moving system. So this is kind of the best part of the maps we're going to show you. The snow map, we can deal with that. We're going to see quite a bit of it in the mountains, 6 to 12 inches. There'll be bullseyes over 12 inches. Back into New Hampshire, to be honest with you, if everything clicks just right, they could see 2 feet of snow into the mountains of New Hampshire. It's going to be cold enough. There's plenty of moisture. Everywhere outside of this purple zone, though, the snow you're going to get is going to get washed away by the rain that comes after it. That's particularly true along the coastline here with 1 to 3 inches of snow that will get washed away pretty quickly. And then we'll see those flooding concerns because you're going to have the additional snow melt plus drains being clogged from that snow melt. So rainfall amounts. This is going to be snow in the mountains, so you don't have to worry about that there. But all these other spots are going to see most of this fall in the form of rain. So anywhere between 1.5 inches and 2.5 inches of rain will cause those flooding issues over southern Maine. This is different than our last storm in its areas of impact. I'm not concerned about flooding in the mountains as much in this situation because it's going to be largely snow. It's a different kind of flooding. It'll be urban flooding. It won't be rivers and streams cresting a day or 2 days later. It will happen during this storm, which again is Tuesday night and into Wednesday. Wind gusts, that's the last part, but certainly not the least. Because of that southeast flow, winds will get cranking pretty good here. I think this is largely a coastal event. It's happening late Tuesday night into early Wednesday morning, but you'll notice Wednesday morning southeast winds 55 miles an hour, maybe up to 60 miles an hour along the coast. As you go farther inland, I think the threat for the wind gusts is lower. This has to do with the fact that the snowpack makes it harder to get winds down to the surface. It's kind of a complicated conversation that we don't need to have, but it has to do with the temperature inversion. So I think when you get away from the coastline, I don't think the winds will be as strong. They'll still be gusty, but more like 35 to 40 miles an hour, not 50 to 55, maybe 60 miles an hour along the coastline. So obviously we're going to have some power outages going on through Tuesday night in through Wednesday morning. And then, after all this, another storm that looks a whole lot like this one comes in on Saturday. Stay with us for the latest on this storm Tuesday night, Wednesday, and the next one on Saturday.